Sakshi Barwal. I am from 5th. My model represents phases of the moon. The moon revolves around the earth in a fixed orbit. The moon does not have its own light. Sun gives light to the moon. When the moon is between the earth and the sun, we cannot see the moon at all. This is because the side of the moon facing the earth does not get sunlight. This is called new moon. After 2-3 days, we can see some part of the moon. This phase is called waxing crescent moon. As the moon is gaining light about a week after the new moon, we see half of the moon known as first quarter half moon. After 2-3 days, more than half of the moon is visible. This phase is called waxing gibbous moon. About 2 weeks we see the full moon. This full side of the moon facing the earth gets sunlight. Now the moon begins its return journey. The next phase is called waning gibbous moon. As the moon is losing the light, the next phase is called 3/4, followed by the waning crescent. When the moon becomes back between the earth and the sun, enters new moon. Number of days between two new moon is 29 days. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Gautami Kandari and I have made a model of lunar eclipse. I have used a torch as the sun, a big ball as the earth and a small ball for the moon. I have also marked umbra and penumbra and make stars at the background. This model represents that when all three of them, the sun, the earth and the moon, make a straight line respectively and the earth blocks the sunlight to reach the moon is called lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse occurs at full moon nights. Sometimes moon appears red at the time of lunar eclipse. This is called blood moon. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shaurya Gautam and today I am going to show you my project of the phases of the moon. So let's continue. The full moon occurs when the moon is on the opposite side of the earth from the sun, called opposition. A lunar eclipse can only happen when at a full moon. A waning gibbous moon occurs when more than half of the lit portion of the moon can be seen and the shape decreases, wanes in size from one day to next. Each phase of the moon repeats itself in every 29.5 days. A phase is an angle of the moon in the line's earth, so it can appear differently every day. Thank you everyone.
There are 8 phases of moon. When the moon lies between the sun and the side facing us in darker, we cannot see it at all. It is called new moon. When the moon is on the far side of the earth from the sun, we see all of one side lit up. We call the full moon. The shape of 18 crescent moon changes and it becomes a half moon. Then it bulges to a gibbous moon and then turn to a full moon. These states are known as stage are known as waxing phase of the moon. After we observe the divine full moon, gibbous moon, half moon, crescent moon, and new moon.
Good evening, ma'am. I am Priyanshi Bhatt of class 5A. Today, I am going to demonstrate my solar eclipse model. This is my model. This is the sun, this is the moon, and this is the earth. While traveling around the earth, there comes a time in the journey when the moon comes in between the sun and the earth. In this case, the people on the earth cannot see the sun for some time. It is called a total solar eclipse. When the moon covers only a part of the sun, it is called a partial solar eclipse. So, an eclipse of the sun is called solar eclipse. It always occurs at the new moon day. Thank you.
Respected ma'am, I am Aviral Jain from class 5th A. I have made a project of phases of moon. New moon. New moon is the first stage of the moon. We cannot see it. Second, crescent moon. Crescent moon is the second stage of the moon. When some sunlight falls on it. Half moon. Half moon is the third stage of moon. When some sunlight fall on half part of the moon. Gibbous moon. Gibbous moon is the fourth stage of the moon. When some sunlight fall on more than half part of the moon. Full moon. Full moon is the fifth stage of the moon. When sunlight falls on full of the moon. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am. I am Adya Verma from class 5A, roll number 2. I have made a model on phases of moon. In this model, I have used some waste cardboard, bottle caps and paper. It means that this model is known as the best of the waste model. Now, I will explain phases of moon. Let's start it. We can see the moon in the sky because it reflects the light of the sun. The moon seems to change its shapes. This is because as it orbits the earth, different parts of the side facing us are lit up by the sun's light. When the moon lies between the earth and the sun, the side facing us is in the darkness. We cannot see it at all. This is called when the moon is on the far side of the earth from the sun, we need all of one side lit up. We call this the full moon. Then it takes the shape of a thin crescent moon. Changes on to become a half moon. Then it forms Earth. The moon may seem to change its shape, but actually it is always round. The changes in its shape are called the phases of the moon. Thank you.